Are we ever worried about each other's crushes liking the other twin? As much as I want to say no, I will say yes. Hey y'all,
it's Destiny
and it's Eden, and we know it's been a super long time since we've come here and made a video. Like always, I feel like we've done this so many times.
But if you don't know, we're college students,
right?
So life can just get so busy. But y'all, I promise, it's 2026.
Yeah,
we are graduating this year, and we have dedicated ourselves to being more consistent on all of our social media platforms. So yeah, we thought we'd kind of just do a more fun video than what y'all are used to seeing. And we did notice we've even had a lot of new subscribers ever since in our hiatus that we've been gone. But if you don't know us, we kind of just want to do this video to like introduce y'all to who we are. So if you didn't know, we're twins. We're identical twins.
I mean, feel like we kind of don't look like identical twins right now because we have different hair. We've done that for a reason. Our whole life, like, just as an introduction to who we are as twins, like, we are not those twins that just like do everything together, that like wear the same clothes, have the same
I'm a finance
hair.
major. She's a music major. So we're literally polar opposites of each other. So yeah, we're not those kind of twins. I think that's kind of annoying when twins are exactly the same. Yeah. We're two individual people. So yeah, in this video, we will be answering the 5 most asked questions that we get asked about being twins, because everyone always asks us. You probably are thinking the same questions yourself. So we're just going to go ahead and answer those.
We just compiled this list of questions just real quick. I'm pretty sure you don't even know all the questions that I have written down. So I'm gonna start with the first one. The first one that we get asked every single time I tell someone I have a twin, or we're out walking and people see that we're twins. They're like, "Oh, are you guys twins?" That's the first question. Then the next question is always, "How does it feel to be a twin?" And to me, I'm like, it's like not asking a stupid question.
Someone, like,
I feel like that's asking someone how does it feel to be human,
or like how does it feel to be black, or how does it feel to be white. Like, I was born this way, so I can't tell you how it feels to be a twin. So I feel like that's the answer to the question. It's like,
or like asking someone how does it feel to be a sister.
Right.
I don't know, I'm just a sister.
Right. It's just who I am. So I feel like that's the answer to the question. Like, we can't explain how it feels to be twins because that's our reality. That's what we've lived literally since conception. Yeah. I don't know a life without her. She doesn't know a life without me.
Exactly.
But I guess people when they ask that question are kind of like, okay, what makes your reality different than our reality?
And I will say the one thing that I've noticed, if I'm just not being petty and just irritated, because usually we get so many questions that like it gets really irritating, and I feel like I'm trying to ask God to work on me when it comes to like the patience when people ask questions. But the one thing that I am even realizing as we're sitting here is like, I feel like a difference is you always have someone with you at all times. Or not someone, we're not together 24/7 at all, especially because we have different majors. But like, you always have someone there. Like, we live together, we're in the same apartment. So like, when I come home, I know I'm going to have my sister to talk to. When I get out of class, I can call my sister and walk to class while I'm calling my sister. Like, there's always someone to call, there's always someone to talk to. It's, and like,
I guess the difference is like, there's no like thought about it. Like, even if you have a best friend, it's like, oh, I don't want to be too bothersome to her right now, or I don't want to bother her too much. Like, I'm never worried about that with my twin. It's like, that's my twin.
Exactly.
So I guess that's the only difference, is just always having someone who even if they're not physically there, like, that you can count on their like presence in your life.
Yeah, like, even my mom always says, like, when we get married, we're going to be really good at marriage. Because I would say the biggest thing to compare it to is like a marriage almost. Whereas like you and your husband, you and your wife, you can do things separately. Like, you live life as you need to live life when you go to work or whatever, but like, you always have someone to come back home to. It's like you have your other half,
right? Like, you have a companion for life.
Exactly.
Like, that's really the only difference between being a regular person.
Yeah. So next question is
this is so stupid.
But
This is so stupid.
These are questions that we get on the daily. If they sound dumb, it's because they are dumb. But like, we get these questions all the time. The second most asked question is, can we feel each other's pain? And okay, I get this because everybody talks about the whole twin telepathy thing and all this stuff, but I will say no, that's dumb. Like, we're not superhumans, we're not aliens. We can't feel each other's pain.
No.
Like, of course, I'd say the only thing is like, I know when she's mad and I know when she's sad because
like,
I know her.
It's almost like an intuition type thing, but I feel like it's not because we're sisters, it's not because we're twins specifically that I have that intuition. It's like the same as if you have a brother or sister or a best friend who you're always around, and you can tell when something's kind of off about them that day because you know them so well.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not really that we have like, I can feel her pain, but like, I know her so well that I can tell when something is
that
going
kind of stems
on.
into our next question, which is, do we always know what the other is thinking? And I will say, as much as I want to say no, I will say yes. Only because like we were saying, we know each other so well, and it's like, sometimes it is scary because sometimes like we'll literally say the exact same thing at the same time, or it's like, but I think it's literally because like, even though me and Destiny, I say like in the outer forms of who we are, we're the same person. Like, we're completely like polar opposites. Like, she's in finance, I'm in music, I'm creative, she's more logical. Like, in our like the way we come off, we're like polar opposites
in our like outward expression.
Exactly. But like in like almost who we are on the inside, and like our morals and our beliefs and what we talk about is
we're like the same person.
Pretty much the same. So a lot of times, like when we're just having conversations, or when like the way we're analyzing things and the way we analyze the world is pretty much the same. So like a lot of times, if I make a comment, she was about to make
already
that same
thinking
comment,
the same thing,
or something like that. So that's why I say, and just again, because we know each other so well that I just always know what she's thinking. I was just telling her the other day, like, we were laughing about something about like, I can tell when she's overstimulated and I can tell when she's about to get really mad because she starts like skirting her eyes everywhere and she just starts getting it irritated me, but like I just noticed those things.
But I know the same thing about her. Like every single time she'll have some kind of boy issue going on, and she thinks that I don't know what's going on. Whole time I know exactly what's going on because I can just tell in her whole like expression and the way she's moving, and like,
you didn't know what was going on last week.
What? Whenever Eden, I knew exactly what.
Next question. Do we need to do everything together, or like, are we super codependent?
No, absolutely not. First of all, we barely see each other throughout the day. We're on, if you know A&T's campus, you know that business and arts are very far away from each other. We don't see each other barely throughout the day unless we come home, or unless we make time to see each other throughout the day. Like, we don't have to be together. It's not something where like, oh, I need to see my sister today, or I need to spend time with her, or I need to go here. Like, the only thing I will tell people is like, I like being around my
I was just about to say, wait, is she about to say that?
No, I mean, like, okay, we have 5 other sisters. My sisters are my best friends in the entire world.
Yeah.
If I can spend time with my sisters, I always prefer to spend time with my sisters over anybody else. Like, and I love my friends. I have amazing friends. But I want to be around my sisters all the time.
Yeah. That's what I always tell people, like, kind of going into the first question where they're like, how's it feel to be a twin? And something I always tell people is like, I don't know, I have 5 sisters. So
yeah, it's like she's just one of my sisters.
Exactly. To me, she's one of my sisters, and because we're the same age, we go to the same college, we're just together more. But like, to me, she's just one of my sisters.
She's just like, okay, she's my sister who's the same age as me and looks the same as me.
Exactly.
But it's not like different than any of my other sisters.
Exactly. And I thank God. I think we used to hate it growing up, but like, I think our mom really taught us how to be different.
Yeah.
Like she instilled in us that we don't have to do the same things.
No.
We don't have to wear the same clothes.
No.
We don't have to like. She just
We were
taught
never
us.
even allowed to like be in the same classes
Exactly.
growing up and stuff. Like,
Oh, okay. I have to add another question. This
This
is actually probably one of the biggest questions that we both get. Is have we ever switched places for one another?
no. And the answer to that is no.
That's probably the
Because
most asked question. Low-key.
we have a very black mother who told us she would beat our behinds if we ever did that.
She told us multiple times.
So no, that was always like a no. We knew we would get in so much trouble. And our parents are very like upstanding, moral, like I don't even care if you're playing a joke. Like don't do anything that's like you're trying to trick people or lie.
Yeah.
So that was always a big no. And yeah, our parents put that fear into us at a very early age, so we just never really considered like switching.
Yeah, and I think when you get to know most people who know us know that when you get to know us, we are completely different.
Yeah.
So of course, like even more so in the past than it is now because we have different hair, different looks now. But like in the past, we could have like traded places. But if Destiny opened her mouth or if I open my mouth, you would pretty much know
the
that
difference.
something's off because we're just not really the same.
No.
So
that couldn't even work for us because we're so different.
yeah, this is the last question, and this is to me the juiciest.
This is so Eden. Why would you put that on the list?
Only because, and the thing is, I never really thought about this until like 2 years ago. Really until we came to college and things started ramping up with like men and love interests. So this question is, are we ever worried about each other's crushes liking the other twin?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I won't lie and say no, but I feel like in my mind, I'm like, we're so different that if my crush likes her first, then he probably would never like me.
Yeah.
In my personality.
Well, and that's the thing. I think that's where the fear came up is like, of course we go to A&T. Like, if you don't know, A&T got some heavy hitters.
Not really.
Well, they used to. I feel like every girl knows when you get to senior year, everyone goes away.
Yeah.
All the eye candy goes away. But in the past, there have like been guys that I've had a crush on, and of course, it's guys that don't know me. So like, so they have no personality to base it off of. All they know is, oh, that's a pretty girl. And so I didn't realize till like a year or two ago, I started thinking like, oh my gosh, what if he thinks Destiny's prettier, or what if I be seeing him but he sees my sister around and has a like, I've had those thoughts.
I feel like I have those thoughts, but it's never anything that's like, the only time I did get super mad was when she went and followed one of my crushes.
No,
and he immediately followed her back, and I was like, Eden,
No,
you just
no.
ruined the whole
And this is
thing.
gonna makes me sound like a terrible person.
I didn't know that. I know you didn't mean to follow him because like you thought he was attractive.
No.
you were meddling and trying to do stuff. So you and trying to be nosy.
I knew Destiny, and if you know Destiny, you know she never has a crush on anybody, or she, up until recently, she didn't start like expressing that she would like certain people. I feel like she does more now, but in that time, she never really expressed that like she found anyone, or she would express that she found people attractive, but she never expressed it like she had a crush on people. And if you know me, I'm like an open book, so I'm always talking about those things. But she had expressed that she liked this boy, and I honestly just had a spiritual feeling that this would be someone in her life. So just because I was so
Your spirit was wrong.
no, and I always tell her that just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen.
Your spirit was wrong, but okay, continue.
Anyway, I was just so excited. Like, I was so excited. So I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know if I thought I was going to be a wingman or what, but I went and followed him literally with no ill intention because he's not my type at all. But he had like ended up following me like right back and like was always, I think he had like liked
Yeah, he liked your stories. No, when I found that out, that was the first time that fear really became real for me. Especially because Eden is so, like, she posts more than me, and, like, she's just more open than me. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna fall for her immediately. So I think that was the first time that fear really came up in me. I think realistically, it's like, in the long term, like, whoever we marry, whoever someone, like, who we're really trying to take serious, and they get to know our personalities, we're so different that, like, if he likes her personality, he would hate me.
You either like someone like me or someone like her.
Yeah, like we're completely polar opposites. So if he likes me, then he probably won't like you.
Like, even in the past, like, guys that I've talked to, because we're so different, like, they'll actually end up like hating her. Only because
it's because that's not the reason they don't like me. They don't like me because I can smell all the mess that they're on. But whatever. Anyway, either way, it's a fear, but it's not something that, like, keeps me, like, up at night. Like,
it's like we're very, very, like, what's it called? We have great faith.
Yeah.
So, and we're women.
I believe in God.
And one thing I'm always saying is that at the right time, in the right place, in the right way, God is going to let my husband find me. And I know there's no way that my twin sister is going to get in the way of that.
God is too sovereign for that. He's going to bring us men that like our differences.
Yeah.
So that was a very, like, stupid video. It wasn't stupid, but just, like, to get to know us a little bit better. So hopefully don't ask us these questions. If you ask us a question, we're going to direct you to this video. So
go to www.youtube.com. Like we said, we will be more consistent from now on. This will not be the last time you will see us in 2026.
And please leave us suggestions. Like, if you want to see us do a certain thing, like, please tell us. Like, half the time we don't film because we don't know what to film. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you very soon.
Bye.